Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News for Wednesday, December 18th, 2024, 1 week before Christmas. Stand up for your country. Two updates for you. First of all, a confirmation hearing for Pete Hegseth to be the Defense Department chief be held January 16th in the Senate. The word is that he's going to make it, Hegseth, but I'm not so sure about it. I can't predict it because I don't know what the deals are being made, but it's going to be close. There's not one Democrat that will vote for him. But he's got to sweep the Republican side of the Senate. And this is a bad story. The House Ethics Committee's report on Matt Gaetz is out. I'll have it tomorrow for you. I want to take some time to analyze it. That's the responsible thing to do since this will hurt the man. And I'm not just going to knee-jerk it, and I want to take a look at it. I feel bad for Gaetz. I have no use for him, as you know. But on a personal level, right before Christmas, it's pretty rough. And I don't think it was necessary either. He's not in Congress any longer. But this D.C. thing, boy, pretty ruthless. All right, talking points memo is the drones. Much hysteria, as you know, much speculation, unexplained things in the sky. There is an important aspect to this story, but it's not the drones themselves. We'll get what that is, and it's not men from Mars or Bulgaria spying on us. It's not. I don't know what it is, but I know it's not going to adversely affect Americans. I could be wrong, but I doubt it on this one. However, we the people deserve an explanation. All right, this is sky. What is it? But it's the Biden administration. With any other administration, I think we'd have an explanation, but not with these people. Now, let me walk through it. So yesterday, there was a briefing, 3 hours. The Department of Defense, Homeland Security, FBI, CIA met with members of the House Intelligence Committee. Okay, that's good, but it was all classified. That's not good. So nobody knows what happened. But some Congress people came out and made some statements. Here's one of them.
There remains no evidence that there is any unlawful, unidentified drone activity out there. And most of the people who have expertise in sort of thinking about and watching and mitigating the threats from drones are saying, in as much as they've been able to actually look at specific events, most of them turn out to be regular aircraft.
All right, that doesn't do us any good, Congressman. That doesn't do us any good. What do you mean regular aircraft? I had one in my backyard. It wasn't a regular aircraft. It's a drone flying around. For what? Who put them up? Surely our intelligence agencies know by now. So why don't we know? Look, classified information is designed to protect certain people. Well, how about protecting the citizenry? It's a bunch of bull. Okay. And I expect if we don't know by the time of the inauguration, first thing Trump will do is tell everybody. But I think we'll know before that. Now, President Biden, they woke him up from his slumber, and he said this. Go.
Nothing nefarious, apparently. But they're checking it all out. I think it's just one. There's a lot of drones authorized up there. I think one started, and they all got it. Everybody's trying to get in the deal. But we're following closely. So far, no sense of the danger.
You're following it closely. Good, all right. There's a lot of drones up there. Why are they up there? Who owns them? What are they doing? How come we've never seen them in this number before? Here's the deal. Really. I think you all agree with me, even Democrats. The faster this guy disappears, the better. He's just destroyed his legacy. I mean, you'd figure on the way out, he'd want to put up a couple of W's. He gives $10 billion to Iran And then a lot of drones up there. Thanks. Thanks a lot. That was great. I think he's at 34% approval rating now. And what Biden has never understood, and I know he doesn't care, but this kind of a display is insulting and it's arrogant. And those are two of the worst things that a human being can be, insulting and arrogant. So he insults the people by not telling us what the deuce is going on, and he's arrogant by holding it back. If there's somebody in my purview that's insulting and arrogant, they get confronted. Okay? That's the kind of guy I am. So I can't wait for this guy to disappear, and he'll never come back. Biden will just disappear off into the sunset, unlike Jimmy Carter, much younger man. Okay. You know, he went to Habitat for Humanity. Terrible president, by the way, but Biden makes him look like Abraham Lincoln. And that's the memo. Okay, let's say here's an update and an interesting story. I'm playing it high in the broadcast, but there's more to it than what meets the eye. So criminal migrants are all over the United States thanks to Joe Biden opening the border. Gang members, Venezuela, El Salvador, Honduras, they're all here. And they're causing mayhem. Colorado is one of the worst. So now, this week, police in Colorado have detained 19 people. So far, I think there are a dozen arrests because gang members from Venezuela terrorized an apartment complex in a suburb of Denver named Aurora. I used to live in Aurora. It used to be a very nice place to live. It is no longer because there are migrant gangs terrorizing people. Okay? So here's the chief of police of Aurora. Go.
It is an incredibly crime-riddled complex that I think we have been focusing on, the city of Aurora has been focusing on, and without question, attention will not stop until every individual that victimizes somebody else will be held accountable or be removed from that complex.
Well, this has been going on since August 18th, Chief. That's a long time. And you haven't gotten them out, Chief. Got it? You're not doing your job. They're there. They're terrorizing people. There's been a shooting. There's been a stabbing. They're extorting people. Forget about the feds. Colorado can't handle it. Oh, but you'll remember when the story first broke in August, you had Colorado Governor Jared Polis, very progressive, very woke. Here's what he said.
It's safer than it's been, and look, it's like any city, Chicago, LA, mid-sized cities, Denver. Of course, there's been an issue with gangs for decades in Aurora, and I feel that we finally turned the corner.
Oh, yeah, you turned the corner. Sure, Governor. That was in September. He said that, September 22nd. So it's August, it's December 18th. But he's turned the corner in September. You get the feeling incompetence may be around? And then there's the media, the national media watching this. Go.
The incidents were limited to a handful of apartment complexes, and the mayor said our dedicated police officers have acted on those concerns. A handful of problems.
Yo, Martha, yeah, it's just a handful. Come on. Awful. Awful. Now, I'm talking to the people of Colorado because I lived there for 2 years and I loved it. What a fabulous state it was. It is no longer. Why? Because the progressives have taken over the state of Colorado, primarily in and around Denver, which dominates the entire state. So Kamala Harris won Colorado by 3.5 million votes. I'm sorry, not 3.5 million. She won, she got 1,700,000 1,328,028, and Trump got 1,377,000. So she won by 350,000 votes. My math is terrible. I was always terrible in math. I always will be. She won by 350,000 votes in Colorado. That's pretty big. Why? Terrible candidate. Biden's terrible president. Why are you voting that way in Colorado? Why? Now, if you continue, Coloradans, to vote for progressives, what you're seeing in Aurora is going to come to your town where you live. Got it? Voting against your own safety and self-interest. All right, there's another really interesting story. So you may remember that Liz Cheney was a top Trump hater. And she was on the subcommittee, the January 6th Select Committee, investigating what happened at the Capitol in the riot. And she was one of two Republicans, both of whom hated Trump on the committee. No other Republicans would go because they knew it was a hate Trump situation. All right. So Liz Cheney allegedly witness tampered on the committee. Allegedly. This is according to the House Administration Subcommittee on Oversight. They've released a report. And the report says that it is possible Liz Cheney, Congresswoman then from Wyoming, violated two federal laws. One, Federal Law 1622, procuring a person to commit perjury. The second, Federal Law 1512, tampering with a witness. Who was that witness? A woman named Cassidy Hutchinson. Remember him? Cassidy Hutchinson. She worked for White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. She said that Trump was so out of control on January 6th that he grabbed the steering wheel of the presidential limousine and wrestled with Secret Service so he could get out there and do whatever Trump was doing. That never happened. Here's what I said when Ms. Hutchinson made that false allegation.
Remember, the most explosive testimony was by Cassidy Hutchinson, who said Trump did all of this terrible thing on grab steering wheels and push Secret Service agents, but the committee wouldn't bring in the Secret Service agents. What does that tell you? Wouldn't bring him in and testify under oath. This is a fraud.
Now, Liz Cheney is accused of working behind the scenes to tell Cassidy Hutchinson how to testify in front of the J6 Select Committee. Okay? That's tampering, witness tampering. Here's what it says. There's a broad prohibition against tampering with a witness, victim, or informant. It prescribes conduct intended to illegitimately affect presentation of evidence in federal proceedings. So the Republicans on the Oversight Committee want her to be investigated by the FBI, Liz Cheney. And then Liz go, oh, no. I want the investigation. I want it. Not because I'm vengeful. It's because Cassidy Hutchinson was full of you-know-what. And it looks like Cheney, behind the scenes, was manipulating her. So let's see it. If she's not guilty, good. Due process. That thing was rotten. That whole J6 committee, rotten. Today's economic climate, very stressful, as you know. But with the Fed finally dropping interest rates, there's no better time to put you and your family in a better financial position. As a homeowner, American Financing can help you free credit card debt by using equity. They've already helped thousands of families just like yours. On average, American Financing saves borrowers more than $800 a month. That's like a $10,000 raise in the marketplace. Better yet, it costs nothing to find out how much you can save. They are even closing some in as little as 10 days. And if you start today, you may not have to make next month's mortgage payment. There's no better time to turn your situation around. please call today, 888-462-9557, 888-462-9557, AmericanFinancing.net. Let's go to the mail. By the way, we have a YouTube address, but you've heard it a million times. So youtube.com/Bill O'Reilly. And we've got my media commentary up there. John Cohen is in St. Louis. It is illegal to shoot down drones in the USA, Bill. Not if national security is involved. John, you can gun them right out of the sky. James Walzer, Damascus, Oregon. The other day you said some flattering things about Barack Obama, O'Reilly, which I find offensive. It's the opinion of many people and myself that Obama is the worst thing that ever happened to this country. Okay, so let me get this straight, James. My opinion, of which I am entitled to, offends you. Well, I'm not offended by your opinion that you think Obama was the worst thing that's ever happened to the country. You're entitled to it. Why would you be offended by my opinion? And I report accurately on Barack Obama in Confronting the Presidents, very accurately. So my opinion has some weight. Why would you be offended? That's not good. Lowell Larkin, Hartsville, Tennessee. Bill, why don't you talk about Biden and Congress selling off the wall for pennies on the dollar? Because it's not a big story. Yeah, they're selling some stuff down there, so what? Trump is going to come in. Congress is going to give him whatever he needs to put the wall back together again, and that's that. I don't do minutia here. I don't think that's a big story. Don Riley, Spring, Texas. Pete Hegseth will do a far better job than the current Secretary of State. I should have fired him for disappearing for 3 days. Yes, you're right. I don't know about Hegseth and the job, but you're right about the current guy. Steve Glary, Overland Park, Kansas. I would like to see President Trump push Congress to change the inauguration to a month after the election. Not going to happen. It's not. They're going to keep it the way it is. There's a lot of transitory stuff that has to happen. Lori Krishner, Caseville, Michigan. I have all your books, Bill. Confronting the Presidents, excellent. So much so I promoted it to a couple of friends and they bought it. Well, that's good. We do the same thing as you do on Christmas Eve. As the kids grew up, we would always watch Alastair Sim's version of A Christmas Carol. The best, by far. Tim Davis, Crossville, Tennessee. Bill, which of all your books did you enjoy writing the most? None of them. It's painful to write books. I feel like my head's going to blow off someday. I'm writing one now. I'll be out September 9th. I'll tell you early next year what it is. And which book are you proudest of? They're all like kids. You know, Killing Jesus was the toughest one because of the research. Killing Lincoln's the first one and the one that sold the most. But all 13 Killing books, they're like kids. And you can get them all, plus Confronting the Presidents, in one bundle if you go to BillO'Reilly.com and engage the No Spin Elves. That's one of our best things that we have. And if you're looking for a last-minute gift, concierge membership to BillO'Reilly.com. Get it instantly, and you get any book you want free if you buy a concierge membership for yourself or anybody else. And that means my team is on your team. Believe me, that is an advantage. So check that out if you would on BillO'Reilly.com. Word of the day, do not be meretricious. 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 So back with a report I did on television 49 years ago. You didn't vote for this economy, but you're paying for it at the pump, the grocery store, and through that stack of unpaid bills. Financial stress crushing. The solution? donewithdebt.com. Unlike the others, Done with Debt has new aggressive strategies that free you from debt without bankruptcy or loans. They will negotiate with your creditors so that you'll have more money in your pocket from month one and every month until you're debt free. And the best news, Done with Debt is accepting new clients. But don't wait. Some of their debt strategies are time sensitive. Let Done with Debt hit the debt reset button for you and make your money yours again. But again, this is time sensitive. So Visit donewithdebt.com or call 888-322-1054 right now. Chat with one of their debt relief strategists for free. Go to donewithdebt.com, donewithdebt.com. A new administration will be sworn in soon, as we all know, but who knows what could happen before that? I'm not taking any chances, which is why I have an emergency food supply from My Patriot Supply. Right now, they are offering $100 off their 3-month emergency food kit. It's got 2,000 calories a day, 3 months, plenty to get you through an emergency. Their food kits last for up to 25 years of storage and even come in rugged, weatherproof buckets. Please go to preparelikebill.com right now to order your 3-month emergency food kit. I've got an emergency food supply because my safety and security is worth it. Again, please visit preparelikebill.com to order your 3-month emergency food kit right now. Here is the final thought of the day. So I'm going to celebrate my 50th year in the media in January. First job was WNEP-TV, Scranton, Pennsylvania. I don't think there are any clips of me because it was filmed then. It wasn't videotaped. And then I went to Dallas, WFAA-TV. And in November 1975, I did a Christmas story on WFAA. Roll it.
At this class, the 5 would-be helpers are all graduate drama students at SMU. In simulated instruction, the applicants are told to look good, sound good, and most of all, be relaxed.
And I'd like a football game, and I'd like a pony.
Those who pass the Santa course can look forward to earning $3 an hour and pleasing a lot of kids. The outfit is provided, and the hours are flexible. Because of the abundance of good little kids this year, Santa needs a lot of helpers. At this school, at least 30 more Santas will have to be recruited. So if you're looking for a little extra cash, you might consider being part of the Christmas spirit. Santa could use the help. Bill O'Reilly, Channel 8 News at the Santa School in North Dallas.
Did you check that hair out? I thought I was Saturday Night Fever back then. Did you check that hair out? And the voice is a little distorted because SMU has a whole archive of Channel 8 stories. So did you catch the $3 an hour they're going to pay you to be Santa? $3 an hour. Now it's like, I think Santa's making $25. Anyway, I value my career very much. And you got to work your way up, okay? So I had to get a haircut for my next job, which was Denver, okay, at KMGH-TV. I went from Dallas to Denver to anchor the weekend news. I was just a reporter in Dallas. And they didn't like me very much in Dallas anyway. Cocky Yankee, Texans. I liked Dallas. I had a good time there. The summers are brutal. But, New York guy, all that kind of stuff was going on. So then I got a better job at the CBS affiliate in Denver, and I was there for 2 years. And this goes back to Aurora, and that's where I lived and all that. So the value of my career was that I lived all over, every time zone, the United States, got to know the communities, worked my way up, no uncle in the business, all right, nobody giving me any nepo or any of that, and I earned it. And I got to New York City, WCBS, in 5 years. And I did pretty well there at Channel 2 in New York. And then I went to the networks and all of that. So someday I got to write about all this. I'm trying to do it in a way that's not, and I did this and I did that, and I'll figure it out. But in January, it'll be 50 years. That haircut, I got to make an excuse for that. All the mirrors in my home are broken. No, nobody's buying that. Anyway, that was the disco era, just the beginning of the disco era back then. And so we all had long hair. We will have a special Christmas tomorrow. We're going to do the news, particularly the Gaetz stuff. And then I'm going to segue into some fun Christmas stuff. So I hope you're with us. Thank you for watching tonight. I'm Bill O'Reilly. We will see you on Thursday. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.